Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy True Inferno, and today's date is Tuesday, April the 24th. So, a lot has happened over the past few weeks. So, as y'all know, we are currently in the middle of a, can you call this an event? I guess we can call this an event. Let's call this the Earth Day Rewards event. So, basically what that means is this, and this is my definition. This is why I'm calling this event. Basically what that means is this, like this past weekend, there was a bunch of Earth Day events, not Pokemon Go related to some degree, but people going out in different communities and cleaning up the environment, things of that nature. And because so many people went out and did that, Niantic are rewarding us with this event where we get triple stardust for capturing ground, water, and I believe, what's the other one? Bug? I think it's bug. I could be wrong on that, but I want to say it's bug type. But that's not the big news. The big news is that they unleashed Shiny Realmer into the game. So they did this yesterday, which was a Monday, and I was out at a Realmer nest today, and there was more Magikarps than Realmers. And I didn't find a shiny anything at all. So I'm going to try again. Actually, my next video, I'm going to hit up a familiar water biome that you guys should be familiar with. I was there recently. So we're going to go back again this Thursday. And even though it won't be raining Thursday like it is today, and like it will be tomorrow, I got class tomorrow so I can't go. But yeah, Thursday should be exciting. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about, again, stuff that happened the past weeks or so. And the major thing that's happened is banning. Yeah, so people are getting banned left and right. Niantic are finally cracking down on those who are spoofing, who uses IV trackers, and are using scanners. So, here's the deal. Now, I think this was 2 or 3 weeks ago. They started off by giving people shadow bans and salt bans, things of that nature, so where you can still log in, you just can't catch the really good stuff in terms of Pokemon, things of that nature. I believe you can still raid, but you can't catch any shinies or anything like that. And then they upgraded from shadow banning to perma ban, which is your account is permanently banned. Like once you're at that stage, it's a done deal. It's wrapped. It's over basically. So yeah, there you go with that. So, and a lot of people has been upset about that, and it's kind of funny. Now another thing that a lot of people have been upset about lately, rather, is the issues with rural players that have not been addressed as of late, and people are going after the usual suspects in terms of TrainerTips, Mr. 7, and Reversal and things of that nature, as if they are employees who get paid by Niantic to work on their games. That's not how this works, people. So, yeah, let's talk about the ban. Let's talk about the ban before we get into that controversial topic, things of that nature, rather. Do I agree with the whole spoofers being banned portion? Because there's 3 parts of this whole ban rate fiasco, and we're going to talk about the spoofing part first. So, do I agree with the spoofing part? Yeah, I technically do. And the reason for that is because that's basically cheating. You're not going out and taking part and interacting with other people and exploring new places, and you're not playing Pokemon Go. Never mind the Pokemon Go part. Just Pokemon General is about you or the trainer walking around, exploring new places in order to find Pokemon. And once you find Pokemon, you train them. And then you train them to a point where you feel that they're good enough to win your battles, whether that's against other players in PvP, even though that's not in the game yet, in Pokemon Go, that is, or in gym battles where you can earn badges. The badges part, not like how it is in the anime and manga, but you get the point. And also you can trade them as well. Again, that's not in Pokemon Go, but we talk about Pokemon in general here. That's the whole point of Pokemon in general. You go out and you capture Pokemon, and you go from there. You're going against the point in Pokemon Go when you're spoofing, because you're chilling in one spot and want to act like you in Japan or in Europe or in the Bahamas or something like that. You're going against the point of Pokemon in general. So yeah, I agree with the whole banning all spoofers fiasco that's been going on in the past week. Now, some people, there's been an argument for a spoof in the case of, oh, I'm bedridden, or oh, my legs are broken, oh, you know, things of that nature. Or, and then this is when I talk about a while back, somebody made a video about this. Oh, the only place I can go to play Pokemon Go where there's a lot of Pokemon and Pokestops and Pokegems are in a city that is really dangerous. So, here's my response to those things. Now, In a Mystic 7 video where he actually talked about this, he said that he met, this is a guy who's been traveling all around the world, one of those Pokemon Go players who've been traveling all around the world. He met people who've been in wheelchairs that are, that are incapable of walking, things of that nature, but yet they go out still, they grind, they reach level 40, they do raids and things of that nature. So now, at the same time, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be real when it comes to that comment. Not everybody have that same determination or mindset or focus to actually ignore the fact that you cannot walk, ignore the pain that you may be experiencing, to go out and grind and do all these stuff that a normal person who can walk, who is not injured, can do when it comes to Pokemon Go. Not everybody works the same. So yeah, there's some people who are motivated and determined to be like, okay, I'm gonna keep my legs broken. I'm going out there, I'm getting level 40, I'm raiding, I'm doing this. But there's some people who are not that determined, and that's fine, because everybody is not the same. I'm a believer in individuality. So everybody is different. So, but at the same time, you gotta remember the one thing that I said before. I said this many times, and I'm gonna say it again. Pokemon Go is just a game. It is just a game. Your life is not dependent on Pokemon Go. Your career is not dependent on Pokemon Go. Your existence is not dependent on Pokemon Go. So, with that said, if you do not have that determination to go out and play Pokemon Go and things of that nature, play something else. I mean, look. I'm reaching behind the camera right now. I got a 3DS. Now, I don't think there's no Pokemon game in here, but you can get a Pokemon game from GameStop, Best Buy, whatever, and play the game on here. Now, is it the same as Pokemon Go? No. Now, but this do have trading in PvP and things of that nature, so I mean, it could be better. It's just that it's missing the real life experience that you would get. And that's the whole point of the whole spoofing fiasco. The real life experience. You're not getting that by spoofing. So, do I agree with spoofers being banned? Yeah, I sure as heck do. Now, trackers, this was a tough one. And the reason why it's a tough one, because with trackers, people was able to raid better because they are able to find gyms. They have level 5 raids, things of that nature. People are able to find unknowns. People are able to find rare Pokemon. People are able to find Pokemon that have high IVs and things of that nature. So, yeah, and I gave my opinion on all these trackers and spoofing, and there was one more thing. I'm not sure IV check is one. No, IV check is not one of them. I forgot what the third one was. Oh, multiple accounts, which was not affected by the raid. So, anywho, trackers, it's tough. Because I will admit, our Discord group works like a tracker as well. But with that part down, we have to use word of mouth. But that's the good thing about me being in Dearborn to do raids. Dearborn is not a big city. It's kind of small. And the majority of us that take part in Pokemon Go in Dearborn is on the west side of Dearborn. So all them gyms are right there. Like right next to each other. We can call them out. We can organize raids, raid trains, things of that nature, and they're right next to each other. All these gyms are right next to each other. So, for us in Dearborn, this is fine still. But if you're somewhere out in Ann Arbor or in Livonia, and Livonia also covers Redford or Taylor or downriver and things of that nature, Plymouth, for another example, that's maybe tough. I don't know how they would do that, but that may be tough. So, trackers, in terms of trackers not being up and things of that nature, that's good and bad. And if you got banned because of tracker, I feel sorry for you, but you shouldn't, to be honest, you shouldn't really be giving up your account info to use the tracker to begin with. Now let's talk about scanners. Scanners, I really disagree with, because we need to know what we got. We need to know what we got. Now, yeah, there's Poke Assistant where you have to manually enter the info. But again, people are impatient, so they like to do things quick or close to quick. So that one sucks. So have I used Poke Genie Assistant? Nope. Now granted, I heard that people are getting banned or soft banned or shadow banned who use IV scanners, and that's those who, again, enter their account info, things like that, into these IV scanners. Poke Genie, you do not have to do that. All you gotta do is put in what team you're with and what level you're at. That's it. You're straight after that. But it's still too much of a risk, especially for me since I'm level 40. I'm trying to do all this stuff here and things of that nature. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not using Poké Genie. It's still my phone. I just have not opened it up. So it's still too much of a risk, even though somebody told me, no, Poké Genie should be fine, blah, blah, blah. But it's still too big of a risk for me, so I'm straight with that. So overall, here's how I feel. These ban rate for spoofers, yeah, I agree with. The spam rate for trackers, I'm in between. The ban rate for IV checkers, I totally disagree. So, yeah, there you go with that. And it's funny because another thing that people are complaining about to the likes of TrainerTips and Mystic 7 Reversal is how, you know, without them spoofing and they're in a rural area, then there's no way that they can play the game things and they have to either go out to the city, which could be a long distance, which could be dangerous, whatever, or they have to put in a lot of money to get, incense and things of that nature. And they, you know, they're accused, and this is funny to me. This was really funny to me. I'll be legit. This one had me dying laughing because they accused Niantic of being cash grabbers. And they accused the likes of TrainerTips, Mystic 7, and Reversal as individuals who kiss Niantic's you-know-what. And I find that funny because I can give you better examples of both of those. A cash grab and people who kiss you-know-what, who suck up to corporations and things of that nature. You want to call Niantic? Now, let's be real. Yes, is Niantic a cash grab? I'm going to say yeah, because of how they do the gem system. Because at one point in time, we could claim 100 coins a day. I was making a living off of that. And, bro, if you see my older videos, you would know. You should know. But nowadays with the new gem system where you can only claim 50 coins a day rather, and somebody from the other team must kick you out in order for you to collect, that's stupid. That is obviously a cash grab because they force you to put money in the game and things of that nature. So yeah, they are a cash grab. Now the latest store box, by the way, they're gone by the way. Now the latest deal that they had in the store, those beautiful deals. Those beautiful steals. Like yeah, I mean, you'd be stupid not to take part in that. Cause you get all the raid passes, you'll be set for a while. So, you know, sacrifice, put some money in it now, so you won't have to do it later. I mean, but again, this is optional. That was up to you. So I'm not saying you should have done it, but I would say it would have been smart if you did. You know, so yeah, there you go with that. But outside of that, I can think of two companies that are bigger cash grabbers than Niantic. One of them is Konami. So if you're subscribed to my other YouTube channel, I did a video about their latest game, Metal Gear Survive. So when it comes to playing an actual video game like an action-adventure game that may have multiplayer things of that nature, you create a character or you do a story mode and you go through the story with your character, you level them up, you get all these weapons, you got the inventory, all that stuff, blah, 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 and then you may beat the game. So you're going to say, okay, I'm going to stop playing with this character for a while and I'm going to create a brand new character or I'm going to create a brand new save slot so I can start this adventure over again and do something different this time. Well, here's what Konami did when it comes to that. In order for you to create a new character and or create another save slot, a second save slot, so you have two adventures that you're doing in one game. One of them is the first one you did, you probably beat it, probably didn't or whatever. The other one you just started, you know, you want to do something different or whatever the case may be. In order for you to have that second one, you need to pay $10. Yeah, you need to pay $10. Now keep in mind, Metal Gear Survive, in order for you to play the game, you have to pay money to get the game. You have to pay money to play the game. And I think it's $60. I don't know how much it costs. I'm not really into Metal Gear like that, with the exception of Metal Gear Solid 2. That's the only one that I played, and that was the demo. But I think the game itself costs $60, while Pokemon Go is free. Yeah, it's free. When you get it off of, Google Play Store or the iTunes Store ever, and things of that nature, and you install it, that's free. That's free. I know some people who play Pokemon Go, you know, they install the game, all that stuff, and they never put a dime into the game. They never done it. So you can play through the entire Pokemon Go game for free. That is possible. It'll be hard, but it's possible. But in this case, in the case of Konami and Metal Gear Survive, you have to pay, I think it's, again, I don't know how much it costs to get the game, but I want to say 60, and then you want to pay, and then they make you pay an extra 10 to create a second save slot. That's a cash grab. And here's another one. NBA 2K18. NBA 2K18. You want to talk about cash grabs? Ooh, that's a whole nother video telling us how that one go. Oh my gosh. I don't have the time to talk about that one. That's a bigger cash grab. So I don't want to hear nothing about Pokemon Go or Niantic being the biggest cash grab. No, don't get it twisted. Now, yeah, they are a cash grab, but again, at the same time, it's free to play. This is a free to play game. But Metal Gear Survive by Konami and NBA 2K18 by 2K Sports, nah, those are bigger cash grabs. And again, those are games that you have to pay before you can even play them. You have to pay to play. And then they want you to pay more while you're playing. Especially 2K. So I don't want to hear nothing about old bigger cash grabs, things of that nature. Now you want to talk about TrainerTips, Mr. 7 Reversal, kissing, you know what? Let's go back to NBA 2K18 again. What's this dude's name? iPod King Carter. I forgot how his name goes. And for those of you wondering who that is, since this is the Pokemon Go community watching this, and they may not be familiar with community outside of this, he is, I want to say he is a big time YouTuber in the NBA 2K community. And this dude came out with a tweet saying, laughing at somebody who's trying to grind in this game. Again, this is about how big of a cash grab NBA 2K is. When you do stuff in the game, they barely give you points. Or in their case, they call them VC, virtual currency. They barely give you stuff. But yet, when you want that sweet haircut, when you want that jersey, when you want these shoes so you can go out on the court and play, when you want the arm bands, when you want the headbands, when you want the knee bands and stuff like that, they are expensive. Like, you cannot grind in that game. It is really hard to grind in that game. You want to talk about owning Pokémon the game is hard? Grinding in NBA 2K18 is hard. So this dude grinding in the gym, and here comes iPod Carter King talking something. Look at this chump right here, man. That is so funny. Man, you better put out your routing, and you better give 2K more of your money if you try and get your character to an overall 90. 90, not 99. 90. And you want to accuse TrainerTips, Mr. 7 in Reversal of kissing corporates. You know what? This is a big example right here. Because he is ridiculing somebody who are trying to grind, who are trying not to spend any money in the game. He ridiculed them and trying to get them to spend more money in the game. Because remember, this game, now for a fact, when this game first dropped, it did cost 60. They probably reduced the price, but again, it's still pay to play. And yes, this dude is trying to get people to pay more while playing the game. And you want to accuse the 3 biggest Pokemon Go YouTubers of kissing Niantic, you know what? Nah, bruh. Nah. So, yeah, I had to put in my 2 cents on that, man, because some of you guys has been getting really hectic and out of control and don't know, like, what it's like outside of Pokemon Go. Or you may just be the separate side talk about me, and don't care. I don't know. But whatever. But I'm just letting you know that there are worse scenarios out there than what it is in Pokemon Go. Now, yes, they do need to change some things. Obviously, I agree with, they shouldn't get rid of the scanners. Trackers, I'm in between. Spoofers, I agree with. Rural players should be hooked up. But I want to talk about that real quick. Because, yeah, there's not a lot of stuff in the rural areas. I've been to rural areas, and I've seen it firsthand. And I'm like, dang, there's nothing here. But that's the whole point. They want you to go out and explore. Now, granted, you may have to go far, yeah. But still, though, I mean, save money and leave the state, leave the country, and see other places. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to Vegas, which may move up to July. I'm going to the Bahamas in August. I want to go to Philly this fall. I'm trying to plan another trip this year. I'm trying to go to GoFest, even though they haven't announced anything about it yet. I want to go to Australia and Japan in the next 2 years and things of that nature. So that's what I'm trying to do. And some of these places are because of Pokemon Go. Other places because I just flat out want to go. I always wanted to go to these places. So, yeah, man, I mean, you know, sacrifices must be made if you want the best experience from this game. And traveling far is one of them. Sorry to say it, but you can't kick it back at your house all the time. You got to go out. That's all, again, going back to the whole generalization of Pokemon, you go out and you explore in order to find new Pokemon. That's how it is. All right, so with that said, man, y'all know who this is. This your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.